So if you're a content creator or an influencer that's posting on Instagram and feeling a little bit down maybe about your engagement or your community, like engaging with you, chatting with you, all the things, and you're just kind of like over it, I want you to know that there's a piece of the pie when it comes to being on social media that I think a lot of people forget about. And it's not just creating the content and posting it, it's the time that you should be allocating on engaging with content right after you post. So let me explain. Basically, a lot of businesses and a lot of people like to use schedulers, but I think when you schedule out your content so far in advance, you're missing out on a key opportunity. So in this video, I want to talk about 4 things that you should be doing right after you hit publish on Instagram to help you grow that engagement that you're looking for on Instagram. And these are things that we do here at Sidewalker Daily. So the first thing you want to do is when you publish something, don't just put your phone away, okay? You want to engage with anyone in the first 15, 20, 30 minutes that engages with that post. So a lot of times what I like to talk about in terms of social media and just getting organized is engaging with people is part of the drill, right? It's something that you have to do to grow your audience. So why not just do it when you're planning on posting? That way you're not doom scrolling throughout the night or just spending wasteless amounts of time. Use that time strategically. Say to myself, okay, I'm going to be posting today. So therefore, I'm going to set aside 15, 20, 30 minutes after I publish to engage with whoever comments or engages with me on that post. Literally in real time. And the reason you want to do it in real time is, let's just say someone comments on your post and you engage with them right back. They almost just feel like, oh my gosh, she got back to me. He got back to me right away. Even though they don't really know that it's because, well, they commented first, so they're getting rewarded because you've set aside time to engage with them. Now, you know how I mentioned use this time strategically to engage? I would, because instead of just sitting around on your phone for the next 30 minutes after you hit publish, I want you to engage with other accounts as well. So whether you're searching specific hashtags or whether you're finding people on the discovery feed, don't just scroll, comment, whether it be brands that you potentially want to work with, creators that you want to partner with or collaborate with, right? People that you follow that, you want to show them love, your most loyal audience, right? So it's not just commenting on people that comment on your stuff. Put those feelers out there. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from creators that they're like, oh my gosh, I started posting or I started engaging with a brand on their Instagram, commenting really valuable comments, thoughtful comments. And now the brand follows me back. Oh, okay, so now what? Now that they follow you back, that means you can direct message them, ask them for a contact, send them your media kit. These are the little steps that people forget about. And it all starts with people say, oh, I really want to partner with this company. They don't even follow that company on social. They don't even engage with that company's content, right? So you're not even putting yourself out there. The third thing I always recommend that you do in this chunk of time is take this time to respond to your DMs. Instead of responding to your DMs, again, every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, which I would not recommend, I do it in batches. So again, let's just say you allocate 35 minutes, 45 minutes to replying to DMs, to engaging, to doing outreach. All of that could be right around the time that you post. You want to be active around the time that you post. So replying to DMs, this is a really great way or great time to do it. Tie it into your engagement strategy. Some of you may not be getting that many DMs, and that's okay. Some of you may. I have creators that have hundreds of thousands of followers and they're like, Nina, my DMs are taking up my life. I don't know how to handle them. To you, I say block that time. Now, if you're not getting a lot of DMs and you don't think that your audience is reaching out to you, have asked yourself, have you asked them to DM you? Have you said, DM me if you have any questions? Have you put a story up that says, question box so that you can have them reply to you? Have you initiated conversation? Think about it. Maybe you have, but if you haven't, this is a great time to also do so that you can start using this time that you're posting to also respond to your direct messages. Now, one thing that you can also do during this little section of time that you publish and go live, so after you post it, you can also post that post to your story. Speaking of stories, you can share people. I know creators do this all the time. When they have a reel that goes live, they're like, hey, new post, new this, new that. We tend to always use our stories as an opportunity to share when there's something new. And a fifth thing that you could do, now I haven't seen a lot of people do this, but I remember seeing one creator do it and I was like, oh, interesting. She gave the behind the scenes of a recent post. So she published the post, right? And then she immediately went on stories to talk about the day, what happened that day, like she had this whole excursion, things that she couldn't say in the caption, things that just don't come off in a photo or in a video, right? She used stories to give the back end of the post, which I thought was so interesting because I was now watching all her stories and it got me to go look at the post and learn about it as well. So there was a little bit of a strategy there. So hopefully these ways, guys, that I've shared with you, right, in terms of engaging right after you post can now just be part of your everyday checklist or whenever you post. I'm publishing, okay, boom, I'm going to do these 4 or 5 things at the same time. It's my checklist. Once it's done, I'm good to go. And that way it also avoids you just being on social all the time, but using your time strategically. If you are a creator that is interested in this type of content, make sure you hit subscribe to our channel, like this video. It helps us keep making content for you, and I will see you guys in the next video.